here's where we are so far. The beginning, it's going to start here at this switch. I think this switch eventually is probably going to end up being an ignition switch, like a key switch. For now, I'm just going to put this temporary toggle switch in here just to represent an ignition switch, and I'll get something more secure. So that switch is going to turn on this relay. Also in here is a battery. So let's go through what's in here. So this is a lead acid battery, gel cell, so it can be laying down on its side like this. On top of it, I'm going to put this 12 volt to 5 volt converter. So I'll put 12 volt in, 5 volt out. Down here is our 50 amp magnetic switch, or a big relay. This is the charge controller for when I put the solar panel on. The solar panel has to go through this before it goes to the battery. So I'm going to leave that glued on because it seems to fit okay. So the switch is going to turn this relay on. This relay is going to power up to 12 volts and send 12 volts to this small module here. This 5 volts is going to come out, go into this other box, and it's going to power up the Arduino. And it's also going to power up the remote control radio receiver. So this is going to be powered up, and it's going to be looking for a signal from the receiver. The receiver is going to be looking for a signal from the transmitter. So when the transmitter tells the receiver that yes, it's turned on and things can start happening now, this will tell the Arduino to say, that we have a good radio signal, and the Arduino can now turn one of these relays on. So when a signal comes from the receiver, Arduino says, yep, we have a radio signal, turn a relay on, and this relay is going to switch the power on through this yellow wire to the control side of this. The heavy side, these are all the heavy wires, the high gauge. So the red and the black go to power from the battery, and the yellow and white, the white and green go to power the motor. So all of this has two circuits in it. It has one circuit that turns the computer on and makes it all work, and the other circuit is the high current circuit that makes the motor run. So everything we've looked at now is just going to power up the control side of this. I think I want to be careful. This thing does a lot by itself, but I have the Arduino anyway, and I think I want to use the Arduino to interact with the rest of the machine. I probably could do more with this than I am doing with it, but it's an expensive box, and I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to do anything bad. I don't want to blow it up or anything. And I have all this other technology anyway, and I want to learn how to do it. I need a good project for learning C++ again. I would like it to be a Raspberry Pi at some point, but my other vehicle has a Raspberry Pi in it, so I'm going to get that experience from that. But this one, for what this one has to do, all it needs to be is a microprocessor. It's controlling steering, brakes, and safety. And then the other relays that are in here will be headlights and travel alarms and all kinds of things. What will probably happen is this box, because there's heavy power in here, this box will probably be, because the battery charge is going to be in here too. So this will get warm in here. So when it gets warm, I want the Arduino to measure the temperature and turn a couple fans on probably through these relays as well. So, other things it could be doing. So I've gone through and I've rung out all the wires. So I have a chart. So all 15 of those wires that come from the plug, this plug that plugs into the end of the control side of it, right? That's the power we've turned on. These are the 15 wires that come out of that plug. And what I've done is I've rung them all out. Right? So here's the, from 1 to 15 what the colors are. So when I look in the book, and this is a really good book. I'm sorry, not on the right page, but this book gives me the wiring diagram and which pins do what. Okay, so between the service manual and what I've learned so far and what I'm about to learn, this is coming together nicely.